I have almost forgot the taste of fears. Time was, my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would, at a dismal treatise, rouse and stir as if life were in't. I have supped full with horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once stop me. Wherefore was that cry? The Queen is dead? She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out. Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story, quickly. Well, say, sir. Liar and slave! If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thee hang alive until famine cling thee. As I speak to be sooth, I care not if thou durst as much for me. I pull in resolution and begin to doubt the equivocations of fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham Wood be come to Dunsinane. And now a wood comes to Dunsinane? Arm and out! If that which he avouches does appear, there is no flying hence nor tarrying here. I begin to be a-weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarum bell, blow wind, come rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back. Look, I've told you 100 times, she didn't mean nothing. And I didn't do nothing, neither. Well, nothing much, anyway. I mean, be fair. She came up and spoke to me in the street. I didn't know her from old Mother Hubbard, did I? You know how it gets when I get me attacks in neuralgia. My eyesight gets affected, don't it? I couldn't make out what she looked like in the street. She could have been a really beautiful bird for all I knew. When I got her home, though, and saw what she really looked like, whew, I had to close the curtains double quick. I mean, you know how it is. When you're in the dark with someone, they might as well be anyone, mightn't they? Well, no, of course. You don't. You're better than the rest of us. Well, I'm only human. Not like you. You're about as warm as a bleeding lion's chalk ice, you are, darling. It's about time you faced up to the fact that I've been impairing my capabilities for the sake of respecting you. It's a wonder I ain't done myself some permanent mischief. Not that I get any credit for it. It's all been a bleeding waste of time, hasn't it? It's quite clear you don't want to go out with me no more. No, you don't have to say it. I'm going by the way you've been acting towards me. I mean, I don't go looking for it, darling. But if it happens to come my way, can't very well help myself, can I? And who'd blame me the way you've been acting towards me? You know my nan's half Italian, don't you? Hope you enjoyed that. Both of those pieces are still, to some extent, work in progress, but I hope I've given you a general idea of the thing I'll be doing on Saturday. I thought I'd take this opportunity, while I've got you here, to go through how I prepare for an audition and some useful hints and tips. Okay, first of all, blacks. Most actors actually can't wear black socially because all their black clothing is saved for auditions. Simple black t-shirt, black trousers, plimsolls. The idea here is just to keep everything totally blank. You know, you're a blank canvas. You're gonna, you want the character that shines through. Is what we're going for here. Hair, tie it back. Your face is very important for acting. And if you got sort of this shit going on, not good. So, dealing with nerves. Now, I'm lucky, I don't generally get nervous when I'm doing auditions that much. Although, the reason for that is I've made sure to do a few key things. Number one, learn your lines. It sounds obvious, but more often than not, whenever I get nervous in auditions, it's because I feel that I'm not prepared in one area or another, and quite often it's lines. If your lines dry up, if they disappear, the piece goes like that. Keep the lines fresh and solid in your mind. But don't over-rehearse. If you're properly prepared, it will help your confidence in the piece and what you have to do no end. Being confident out of character is just as important as being confident in character. Like, for instance, you don't want to walk into the audition space like this. Hi, is this the right room? Okay, where would you like me? Can I just have a few moments to set up? It just gives the wrong impression. You seem a little bit timid, unsure of yourself. Like, you've earned the right to be here. You may even have paid for the privilege. Have a bit of confidence. Remember, you're going to show them something they're really going to enjoy. So, walk in there a little bit more like this. Hi, I'm Sam. Great. How's it been going today, eh? Cool. Good so far? Alright. Well, I'll just get set up, and then you can decide which one you'd like to see first. An important thing to remember about auditions is they're there to be enjoyed. Have fun with it. And the people auditioning you want to say yes to you. Now, I know this sounds like crazy self-help bullshit here, but stick with me. They want to be able to say to you, yes, you're right, that's exactly the right thing that we need for this part. That's the whole reason they're there, is to find somebody they can say yes to. They want you to succeed, because that helps them and it helps you. As nerve-wracking as it may seem, I give you my word, no board of adjudicators ever wants to say this to you. Think you can act? I've seen more emotional depth in a wet paper bag. And what was that? Was that supposed to be singing? I've seen strangled cats produce better tune than that. God, next! Unless, of course, you're auditioning for Simon Cowell on insert title of vile show here. In which case... Why? A final thing to remember is that after your audition, no matter how well or badly you think you did, go away and do something completely different that takes your mind off of it. For instance, on Saturday, I plan to come home, pour myself a ginger beer, and fire up Mass Effect 2 and chill out for the evening. For better or worse, it's finished now. Let it go. Well, I hope you found that entertaining and informative, and wish me luck for Saturday. Cheers. DFTBA.